Surely, every one of us has experienced this scenario at some point, planning to quickly boil a few eggs for a simple meal, only for the dream of perfect eggs to turn into a complete disaster. The eggs are cooked through, but the surface is pockmarked and bumpy, like the crater of a volcano. Half of the delicious egg white sticks stubbornly to the shell, leaving you holding a mangled mess of eggs, deformed and covered in unsalvageable dents and pits. This is truly one of the most classic frustrations in the kitchen. And today, I'll share with you a few simple tips so that the eggshell peels off effortlessly and smoothly. The egg white stays perfectly smooth and intact. Beautiful, flawless boiled eggs in no time. Before getting started, prepare the eggs properly. If you take the eggs straight from the refrigerator, let them come to room temperature for about 10-15 minutes before cooking. Or you can place the eggs in a bowl of warm water at 30-40 degrees Celsius for about 5 minutes. This helps prevent the eggs from experiencing thermal shock when exposed to high heat in the pot, reducing the risk of cracking. If the eggs are already at room temperature, you can use them right away, but always check that the shells are intact with no cracks or damage. For safety, cleaning the eggs before cooking is also very important. First, prepare a basin of warm water at around 35-40 degrees Celsius, warm enough to soak a cloth without causing the eggs to crack. Add about 1-2 teaspoons of salt, 5-10 grams per 250 milliliters of water, to the water and stir well until the salt fully dissolves, creating a moderately concentrated saltwater solution that provides mild antibacterial action on the egg surface. Next, dip a soft, clean cloth into this solution and wring it out until it is almost dry, avoiding making the cloth too wet so the eggs don't get excessively moist. Gently wipe each egg one by one with the damp cloth, rotating the egg to clean the entire surface, paying special attention to any dirt stuck on the ends or in the small crevices of the shell. This method effectively cleans the eggs while preserving the natural protective membrane on the shell, ensuring safety and freshness, and minimizing the risk of bacterial contamination compared to washing the eggs directly under running water. After wiping, place the eggs on a plate, ready for the next step. After cleaning the eggs thoroughly, the first thing I do is mark each egg with a pen. Just a small mark is enough, but it's extremely helpful because when peeling, you can easily tell which is the top and which is the bottom of the egg. This allows you to start peeling from the right spot, making the shell come off much faster. Next, I choose a pot that fits the number of eggs I'm boiling. I use this particular pot because it can hold exactly my 10 eggs without them stacking on top of each other, ensuring they cook more evenly. Then, I add water to the pot, along with 1 teaspoon of salt. The salt not only helps prevent the eggs from cracking during boiling, but also makes peeling the shell much easier later. I only add enough water to cover about half the height of the eggs. This is sufficient for the eggs to cook exactly as desired without needing to use too much water. Next, I turn on the stove at medium heat, around 1600 W. When the water starts boiling, I reduce the heat to a lower setting, about 300 W, and maintain it for 10 minutes. I always set a timer so it's easy to keep track and avoid forgetting, because even a difference of just a few minutes can significantly change the doneness of the eggs. Where are you watching from in the world? So happy to have you here. Leave a comment and let me know. After exactly 10 minutes, I remove each egg from the pot. You can immediately see that the eggs remain completely intact, with no cracks in the shell at all. I then drop each egg into the prepared bowl of ice water. The ice water quickly cools the eggs, creating a gap between the shell and the egg white, which makes peeling incredibly easy pop, with no sticking and no tearing. After soaking the eggs in ice water for a few minutes to cool them completely, I begin the peeling process, and this is truly the most enjoyable part. It feels like I'm about to unwrap a little gift after waiting patiently in the pot of boiling water. First, I gently tap along the body of the egg with the back of a knife, creating tiny fine cracks just enough for the shell to separate without damaging the egg white inside. Then, I simply peel along those cracks with my hands, and the shell comes off extremely easily, almost falling away on its own from the smooth egg white. The mark I made on the egg at the beginning now proves its worth. I can immediately tell which side is the top. I gently insert the tip of a spoon into that exact spot, and miraculously, a large section of the shell lifts off cleanly, without tearing or scratching the surface at all. I finish peeling one egg, and then continue the same way with the next ones. The second, the third, and soon the entire basket of eggs are peeled smoothly like that. Every motion becomes more rhythmic. My hands grow accustomed to it, and in just a short while, all the eggs are cleanly peeled and neatly arranged on a plate. The result is truly wonderful. Perfect eggs with smooth, flawless surfaces. Egg whites cooked just right without any pits or roughness, and yolks that are golden and soft like honey. So tempting that you want to eat them right away just by looking. That feeling makes all the waiting effort suddenly feel completely worthwhile. Next comes preparing the sauce, the soul, that makes the dish perfect and irresistible. I start by finely chopping green onions into bite-sized pieces, preserving their fresh and cooling natural flavor, while chopping cilantro into small handfuls, just enough for the aroma to spread without overpowering the egg's scent. If you love a bit of spice, simply add a pinch of chili powder or finely minced fresh chili. The sauce will be fragrant and pungent, enough to stimulate your taste buds right from the first bite. Once all the ingredients are ready, I begin mixing the sauce. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of honey, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Then add the green onions, cilantro, and chili, allowing each flavor to blend perfectly and create an absolute balance of salty, sweet, sour, and aromatic notes. I gently stir everything together until well combined. Finally, I pour in 100 milliliters of boiled water that has been cooled, just enough to mellow the ingredients while still preserving the rich, full-bodied aroma. With just these simple steps, you have a bowl of fragrant, visually appealing, and utterly seductive sauce, ready to mingle with the freshly boiled eggs. When enjoying the dish, gently drizzle spoonfuls of the sauce over the top, letting the glistening drops slowly flow down and evenly coat the entire surface of the eggs. You will experience the perfect harmony: the soft and smooth egg white, the golden and creamy yolk with its rich sweetness, combined with the bold sauce, mildly spicy and pungent, infused with the fresh scent of green onions and cilantro, all coming together to create an unforgettable culinary experience. And the best part is, with this recipe, you can transform a seemingly simple dish like boiled eggs into something fancy yet quick and easy to make, guaranteed to impress your family or friends with exclamations of praise right from the very first bite.